Hi, and welcome to the SMI Recruitment and Orientation video. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about why we recommend mining to relatively new players, a little bit about SMI and our pay scale, and the advantages and expectations of membership. Now, in terms of character advancement in EVE, there are two basic components. The first is skill points. Skill points are a passive activity that just takes real-life time. Beyond planning and updating your queue, developing your skills in this game simply takes time. The more proactive way that you advance your character is through wealth. So in a traditional MMO sense, you could say that skill points plus wealth equals your level in this game. Now, in terms of mining, we recommend mining as a foundation to your development in this game because the developers of EVE have done a great job of building a player-driven economy. What this means is that almost everything in this game starts out as a rock in space. Ores are mined from those rocks by players, those ores are turned into minerals by players, and those minerals are turned into ships, equipment, ammo, drones, etc. by players. What this means is that at all times, everything that's needed in this game starts off with that ore. So we consider this an excellent direction for a new player. It's something that will always be there and a reliable and consistent way to make money in this game. So, to get started with SMI, you'll typically join us as a Tier 1 miner. We pay a base rate, plus perks, plus incentives, and then over time you advance to Tier 2 and Tier 3, which basically means that you receive more perks. Now, we try to have a fairly flexible system. Some of our miners exclusively solo mine, some mine as part of fleet operations, some do a combination of the two. When you solo mine, you basically take the ore that you extract, you bring it back to the station, and you contract the ore to your station manager based on the base rate. From there, your perks are calculated, incentives, etc. When you fleet mine, this allows you more protection, allows you to operate in lower sec space than you can typically solo mine. A portion of the pay is given to the haulers and the organizers, and as a result, though, you typically make considerably more when you fleet mine rather than solo mine because you take advantage of the fact that you have a hauler, so you can just sit and spend 100% of your time extracting, as well as the fact that there's fleet bonuses and whatnot that come from the various different leadership skills. So at the end of the day, you're going to typically make more ISK per hour fleet mining than solo mining, but it's up to you. Now, the miner pay system has three basic parts. The first is base rate. As base rate, we typically try to keep it roughly 85 to 95% of the market average, but it's a consistent rate that we pay off of the sheet that is only periodically updated, so you know exactly what you're getting as you're mining it. We have a loyalty point system that represents the perks that you'll receive. At Tier 1, you start off earning 5% of the base rate in additional perks, and then that increases to 10 and 20% as you stay with us and continue to progress. As well as the bonus pay. We often offer specific bounty on a specific type of ore, so we'll pay a little extra for those, and we have other incentives and whatnot. For example, at present we have a contest running where the first prize, the person who wins first prize is going to receive a 65 million ISK ship, and there's a second prize, third prize, etc. As a result, the total pay that you receive by mining for us should be consistently higher than you'd receive just mining and selling it at market. In addition to the basic pay structure, there's a lot of other advantages of membership. First and foremost is that we have a 0% tax rate. If you are still in the NPC corporation that you started in by default, you actually are paying an 11% tax rate. So whether you join us or not, it's strongly recommended that you join a player corporation. They typically have 0 or a very low tax rate. We are a very new player-friendly alliance, and we offer a lot of information and assistance. We're in the process of developing a nice video library for members that will have tutorials and tips and tricks and whatnot. We have organized fleet operations specific to mining. That means more ISK per hour. And one of the things to keep in mind is that this is a team-oriented game. If you were to calculate how long it would take one player to master every skill in this game, it would literally take, I think the estimate was a little over 40 years. Being part of a team allows us to do is we have players who refine perfectly. We have players who very efficiently produce equipment. We have players who are capable of flying the big haulers, players who are capable of extracting ore quickly. The combination of those skills comes together and becomes more than the sum of its parts. As well as the social community. You're missing out on the MMO experience if you're not part of a social community. It makes the game a heck of a lot more fun. Now, all of this isn't free. We are looking for miners who mine. So if you join us, we are looking for miners who are at least primarily going to focus their training queue on building their way from frigate to cruiser to mining barge to an exhumer. We do need ore extraction, and it takes a lot of ore to make our operations work. And so if you're going to join us, we ask that you be dedicated to spending at least a significant portion of your training queue up to the exhumer point to get there as quickly as possible. We also simply put, expect miners to mine. Whether you mine solo or part of fleet operations, we are looking for people who want to make some ISK for themselves as well as help feed the corporation with ore. So please don't join us if you're not serious about doing some significant amounts of mining fairly early in the game. Now, long term, we all have our other interests. This is for most of us a launching pad into other areas of the game. But in the short term, for the foreseeable future, we want to make sure people who join us are serious about mining. And then finally, we're looking for players who are communicative. You'll be stationed in a specific location with the station manager. We need you to work in close communication with your station manager. And as we get our website up and running, we're going to be asking our members to try to visit it every couple of days and check for critical announcements. From there, the sky's pretty much the limit. As a corporation, our current goals are to establish a POS, that's a player-operated station, in every section of Empire space. That allows us to the manufacturing and research and development facilities to advance. And long-term, we're working our way into low-sec and null-sec space. As far as individual opportunities to advance, we are going to need leadership, station management, parts of our security force, haulers, transporters, manufacturers, people who want to PvE and PvP, etc. So in terms of long term, most likely if there's a direction you're interested in going in this game, there's opportunity to expand to that area with us. We are also members of the Radical Templar Knights Alliance, and they have a lot of alliance-wide operations and opportunities as well. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. My name is Slink. You can find me in-game if you have any questions, or you can visit us at www.smi.engine.com. Thank you.